Alright, let's talk about something we're all very familiar with, the media. How many of you use social media sites every day? And how many of you get your news primarily from these social media sites like Facebook and Twitter? I know I do. Facebook News is my preferred method of keeping up to date and in the know. But do you ever question whether we should always trust these news sources? If CNN posted an image of a war-torn village in the Middle East, wouldn't you automatically accept that as reality? The reason I ask is because when it comes to social media and advertising, people often analyze and criticize images for the amount of actual truth they convey. But when an, air quotes, reputable news source posts an article or image, we take it as truth because we just trust them to be honest. Research has shown that of the 90% of millennials who use social media on a regular basis, only 6% of them consider online advertising to be at all credible. 6%. That's like one person in this room. When we think someone's trying to sell us something, we feel the need to analyze any image that's associated with it. In the past few years, advertisements have become the subject of much internet uproar and even lawsuits. We've all seen it before. The overly retouched models in magazines, people who get crazy followings on social media for their clearly photoshopped and edited pics. This Lancome ad with Julia Roberts was banned in the UK for being deceptive because her skin was retouched to an unrealistic standard. I find it interesting that this Lancome ad caused so much commotion because I would look at it and immediately know that it's retouched, and I assume that with every makeup ad I see. But I guess that's the problem. However, until everyone stops retouching their photos, other brands and products and even everyday people will feel the need to edit their ads and images just to keep up appearances, especially nowadays where everyone with an Instagram account is capable of professional level retouching. But photoshopping and editing photos to make yourself appear more attractive isn't the only way an image can be altered or manipulated. Just changing the framing or composition within a photo can end up being way more deceptive. As it turns out, all forms of media have a history of misrepresenting messages, often through images, and news publications are no exception to this. Every author for every publication has their own political and social views, and unfortunately, they have the power to let that affect their journalism. Even the decision of which photos to include in an article can easily affect the message. For example, if you're against war, you would use images of brutal battle scenes. But if you supported the war, you'd probably use images of honorable servicemen or a startling depiction of the enemy. Images have a lot of power in the media, and that's something we should be aware of. I'm not saying we should assume everyone has some hidden agenda. I'm just suggesting that we all be aware of how easy it is to abuse photos for our own purposes. I guess my point is that if we as consumers feel the need to be on the lookout for Photoshop and image manipulation in the media when it comes to advertising and online celebrities, shouldn't we be approaching the news the same way? Or should we just expect them to tell the truth all the time? What do you guys think?